Good evening, good evening. Are we definitely live? I sent an odd message saying that the title wasn't suitable for Twitch.
Okay.
No, we're live here, I think. Well, it says
No
it's
idea. It says it's live.
live.
Yeah.
No, if we're live. It's like the old days. Can anyone hear us?
Technical problems. Hello, everybody. It's Monday. It's your start of your week. It's the Plastic Crack Podcast, Season 7, Episode 7. And once again, we've been joined by sculptor extraordinaire, Mr. Paul Hicks.
Hello,
Paul. Before we start, elephant in the room. What have you done there, mate?
Oh, sorry, I was I've
Extreme sculpting.
Yeah, I've been injured sculpting. No, I popped right collarbone at playing rugby on Saturday. So it's fine. It's not painful, and I can work. It's just there's a nice gristly grinding sensation, which just happened then. I've been told to keep it in a sling when I'm not. So I take it out when I work, but it makes me look manly. For
I broke my collarbone in 2011, and it was one of the most painful things I've ever experienced. I actually heard it pop.
Yeah, I was thankful that I hadn't broke it, because I've heard horror stories about how the repair on those. So yeah, I think I've got off rather lightly, and I think it's a sign to give up playing contact rugby. So that's me done now.
There's an age we all get to. You have to go, you know what, that's enough.
Well, before it's always been, oh no, if I get injured I'll never be able to play, and this week and Sunday morning was like, I don't think I'll miss it. So yeah,
no,
it's all good.
At least you can still sculpt. That's the main.
This is
thing.
true.
That is the main thing. So get all your questions in the chat for Paul. We're going to be talking about what he's been up to, any plans on the horizon, and all things in the sculpting world for him, because there's loads been going on. If you follow Paul or any of his endeavors across Facebook, very, very, very busy at the moment. Big thank you to everyone that's watching on the catch up. Always appreciate that. And don't forget, we are sponsored by the chaps at Boards and Swords Hobbies. Use the code PCP5 when you're checking out on the web store. Tag rugby. To get a 5% discount off your already discounted order. Any problems with the what you want to get, drop Ian or one of the chaps there a quick line. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to help you out. Links to all our channels down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff that we all enjoy. So how is everybody? It's been a week since we last met. Martin's child didn't get struck from my officer photograph that I showed last week.
Yes, thank you for that. It didn't. I think it's also the most disliked one we've done.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, really. I think it was. Hang on, let me just check. Last I checked,
there's a sense of achievement. Fantastic.
It was on about 5 the last time I checked.
Wow.
Although obviously that's not very many, but for us it is.
Oh, I don't like that. But we had it was really well. Like there was loads of people in the chat.
It's gone down. It's gone down. It's down to 2.
They've changed.
Someone clearly didn't like something that Dom said, and then listened to Steve, and then said, "Oh no, I like this now."
Probably fair comment.
Deary me. Anyway, that was really interesting. That I imagine a lot of people have been researching Narcissus as well, because he's such. I think he's like our unofficial channel mascot now.
I think he is.
Great.
I mean, there's been a number of people putting models up in the chat, in the Facebook page of him, and I think, clearly
he's such a shit mascot. The guy is essentially just a guy of he's a guy with a clipboard and an abacus. just annoying. It was called. I found there were a couple of good documentaries that I was listening to, and then I stopped because I could feel myself. I was on the futsal website, and I was like adding things to my cart, and then I stopped listening to it. It's like, no, I've got too much to do. Because there's a model of they've got like this very, very cool model of Belisarius, which I'm sure I've seen before, but I've not paid attention to because it just, I wasn't doing that project. And I went back
the one
to
in the heavily barded horse on the heavy.
Yes.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
got that model.
Yes.
It's lovely.
Yes.
You should get it, Martin. You should get it.
You should get it. Yeah, it needs to be bought.
Oh, I can't.
Cool. So before we catch up with Paul and let him finish eating his tea, let's see
so
who's
it's my
in
wife.
the chat.
My wife's risotto, and it's really good, so I'm gonna eat it while it's hot.
Oh,
Can't beat a bit of risotto.
Good risotto.
So who's here? Bigger City. Hello, Don. Hope you're doing well. Nick Dawson.
Hello, mate.
John Sowerby. He's working on Vietnam terrain. Graham Prego. Hello, Anthony. Trevor Hodgkins. Mark Riding. Carl Burks. Andy Sykes. Eden from Windy Lanark just finished a long haul Romanian project now onto Romans. Allard is here. Will Stonehouse. Rusty Staples. CRC Wargaming from a very cold Ontario. Some more frost grey figures on the table to fit the mood. Who else is here? Ed James, Jonathan Ward, Steve Harbour, Martin Hoey, Glindoa, Dave Benton, so 6 Wild Tykes here, Daniel Justin. He's painting an orc boss, war boss on a wyvern. Lynn is painting some more ogres for the old world. Wargamer of Kent, hello. Valley Boy, New Zealand. Yes, we were discussing this. So Casey Garsky from the writer of Space Weirdos, he's been commissioned for a second edition of Sword Weirdos and Squad Weirdos by Osprey.
Sell out.
Steve's not going to like it anymore. It's gone mainstream.
Like I said, it's the quintessential indie game on a black.
It's not underground anymore. It's not underground.
No,
it's like when you throw away your band t-shirts because they got a record deal.
Oh dearie me. Camberwell Johnny, Mark Bro working on Drop Zone Commander Night. Wout Hendrickson, hello. Chris Strange but True. Good even from a damp and cold Yorkshire. The real Stee is here. Everyone can relax.
Oh, good. Cool. Right. I'm happy now.
The real Stee is here.
Good.
Shiggles and Bruce. Hello, James. Are you doing well? He's having a chill evening after Under Eagles to Glory 3. Old school FRP. Weirdos be selling out. I'm give it a few days. I'll see how I feel. It'd be like when Metallica released Load. It took me a while to get over that. What's there? Sam Rushmere. Mogsmith. Hello, James. Are you doing well, mate? Double dip. It's going to do that thing. Why is it sharing the referral link? Oh, what is going on with this tonight? There we go. Graham's Wargames, Walt Yorkshire Dragoon. Me, Nathan Fishwick, Little Legions, John Shepherd, Mortzuk, Ruck and Maul, Andrew Pennington, Recruit Painting, working on some Conflict 47, Simon Stokes, Walkabout Games, Robin. Were you attacking Mr. Hicks in the pause? Were you attacking Mr. Hicks in the pause? I don't know whether to call him Robins or Robin, so I'll just call him Robin. Were you attacking Mr. Hicks in the pause before you started? No.
Yeah, Gates.
virtual mall.
We saw him. We saw him, Robin, stop for 5 minutes without sculpting, and we hid him to get back doing it again because we need some nice models turned out. That's what it was.
Red Steph has got the lurgy, so he's listening from bed. He's feeling a bit better, mate. That's not good. Dear. Never on a Monday. Joseph Kanadovitz is working on some World War I British and French German odds and ends.
Like,
Mike Blake,
the real Steve, he never got overload.
I didn't until Reload came out, and then they just all went downhill. Well, yeah, I don't know. Country ballads, Marianne Faithfull. Oh god.
I forgot she was on that.
I'm
God.
Yeah.
Reset Steve. He's having a bit of
I've just literally traumatized everyone and taken any Metallica fan back to 1990.
Well, at least we know what we're going to put up for the clip this week.
Nick St. Clair going to be live on For a Change. Good stuff. Lionheart. Stanislav Baran, greeted from the Czech Republic. Hello. Ewok Kebab, working on some steampunk marines and chickens. Yeah,
Of course he is.
chickens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Pump chickens.
Fair enough.
Rogue Trooper, Splitter, yes. Basement 1908. Andy Starker. Domsy Mess. Everything come to the end of a Blood Bowl gnome commission. It's back to the Dark Ages. And we're at the bottom. So
Hey.
chickens and Load by Metallica. Not something that I'd ever have in the same combination on a Monday night. But there we go. Brilliant. So, Paul, on to your good self. How have you been? I mean, obviously, injury
good.
aside.
yeah, good. Yeah, but busy and quite tired, but good, I think.
Good stuff. So, what should we talk about first? What would you like to talk about first that's been on your desk?
Well, the On Guard stuff I've been doing
Oh,
for John Blanche. John
Yes.
Blanche's On Guard is starting to come out, so that's something I've been working on for quite a while.
Let me find that.
Do you think we ought to have a siren or something that sort of does sort of wallet alert to make sure everyone's sort of, you know.
Let me throw this picture up, and then you can, and then yeah, the floor is yours.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, that's something I'm very, very, very proud of.
That's very cool.
So to be it sort of came out of the blue back in October, November 2025. So I've got a message from a friend, Nigel, who's part of the team behind On Guard, and he said, "Oh, look, would you like to do some figures based off of John Blanche's artwork?" I was like, "Yeah." I mean, I had like a copy of Rat Spike when it came out, or was it late 80s, early 90s? So I've always been a fan. And then you go, yeah, I'll do that. And then you think, I've got to do John Blanche's work, so you get instant imposter syndrome. Because I've known Nigel for a while, and I didn't want to let any of them down. So that figure is not the. I'm pointing at the screen because it's on the screen in front of me. Yeah, not being rude. That figure is the fourth one I've done in the series, because they're all 54mm as well.
That's what I wanted.
Yes.
Which is
54mm. Oh my
Yep.
lord.
Yeah, 54mm. So it's John's favourite scale, and actually it's my favourite scale as well. Oh, go away, Andy. So as a kid, I'd always been into making large scale, like Tamiya kits, and then getting the Tamiya figures, the 1/35th, and then wanting to convert them into other, like Second World War into World War I figures, because I was never satisfied with figures that I could get. I always wanted to change them. And then at school they had like an old Airfix book on making model soldiers, and it had all the old collector's series they used to do in 54mm.
Yeah.
The amazing, like the Napoleonic and the English Civil War. And I was like, oh, where can you get those? Can't get those anymore. So I've always been really interested in 54mm. So to be able to do work for John Blanche and to do 54mm figures as well it's like it's playing at Twickenham. It's it's real pinch yourself moments. And the first one I did was I'm not sure if you've got a picture of it, but it's a vampire lady called, I think, Milady. And I was working on her, and there's like loads of components to make as well. And I went out with my wife afterwards, and I was like talking to her about it, and it wasn't going the way I wanted, but I had to sort of take a long, hard look at myself and think, no, I've got to get this done, otherwise I'll be letting myself down. But also, how can you say to John Blanche, "Oh, it's not for me, really"? You know?
Yeah.
No.
You don't. You only get one chance to be. You can't go begging and ask to do it again if you've let him down. So
technically, is it hard? I mean, is it significantly different to sculpt at that scale rather than? I mean, normally it's 28 for you.
In some ways it's more fun because you can treat little elements as in like mini sculpts. So like doing the boots. So it was great to do all like the research, like going to the VNA, and which is just on the underground for us, and then going to have a look at things there to get an understanding. Because the concept sketches John's done, so they're like his pieces of art that he's done post leaving Games Workshop, and then being able to work on those as well is fantastic. And then trying to find where he's referenced these bits of the costumes. It's all sort of 18th century sort of Baroque-esque. It's such a good setting, and the art's just so full of energy as well.
I've got that picture of the other one, I think. Oh no, it didn't want to upload it. Ignore me. I'll get it.
I think there's loads of stuff, and then Patrick Masson's done quite a few figures as well. So there's going to be a good initial release. And then Thomas Pirinen's done some rules for it as well. So it's going to be a dueling game. So it's going to be a very small board, and it's going to have you two figures on the table at the time. So it's either you play the game or you collect the figures because you like them. But I hope you like them. That's because it's something.
From what I've seen on Facebook, they look absolutely phenomenal. Just
Steve,
so good.
I'm going to assume and that most people know who John Blanche is, but is it worth just explaining, just in case?
John Blanche. So John Blanche worked at Games Workshop for a number of years, and he was head of like art direction for ages. Chances are, if you've seen a piece of John Blanche artwork at some point in your life, because it's so instantly recognizable.
Second edition 40k, wasn't that him?
Yep. So he did the artwork. Yeah. So there's a good chance you will know him. I mean, he's a community legend. The man is just infinitely talented. His artwork is just recognizable straight away. And like I said, I mean, Paul, when you found out you'd be doing work for John, I imagine that was just like you said, playing at Twickenham. But that's just something that did you ever expect that to ever come along or to ever happen?
No, I'd known I have spoken to him a couple of times, just messaging. He'd actually got into. He bought some of the Barons War stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he also bought some Russian figures for the Russo-Japanese War that he'd had converted in for silver bayonet, and he messaged me to say that he liked them, which is again, it's just like wow,
I've got your vampire lady. So
that's her. Yeah.
Oh,
look at that,
lordy! Oh my.
Yeah, so that was the first one I did. And then the art, and then the art is just so full of energy.
It's very typical, like.
That's it. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. There we go.
So very quick, because then that's the art, and then there's the.
That's it, and that's the other. That's one of the other things. The zombie pirate I did as well. That was quite good fun.
That's
That
awesome.
is absolutely brilliant. That
Yeah,
is
so they're
so
proper
cool.
bonkers.
Oh my goodness. My goodness.
I think.
So is that how the
I
brief comes over? It's just literally the image, or does he sort of walk you
Well, you
through
get
what
the
he
image.
wants?
Yeah, you get the image, and now for later on, it was I was sort of told that, you know, John would really like you to sort of interpret the artwork, and then, you know, put your energy into it as well. So the guy with a hook, who's called Ben Hook, that was my take on the piece of art that he did as well. So that was quite daunting.
I was going to say that must be almost more terrifying. Is that
yeah,
you know, don't knock yourself out, Paul. Do what you think's right. Oh shit!
no, thank you. Yeah. So yeah, as long as he likes it, you know. But when he got the female vampire Milady, I got a message early on New Year's Day last year from him just to say I really, really like the sculpt and I can't wait to paint it. And that because my birthday's New Year's Eve, that was a real good hangover cure. That.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I think what I really like about it is it's everything that I currently like. It's, you know, small playing area, very, very few figures. And it's so
bonkers.
Grim, it's so grim dark looking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the game that he's apparently, well, he's said that this is the game he's always wanted to make over like the last 40 years. So to be, I mean, it's just a fantastic honor to be involved. You know, regardless of recompense for time and stuff, it's, you know, it's a complete honor to be involved with it.
I mean, like I say, it looks fantastic, and the whole, actually, the whole grimdark ethos behind it. I mean, obviously, if John Blanche is involved, it's going to be grimdark.
Well, I think he would rather it be vibrant, and you know, so I think these guys, the guys that painted these, I think they're called the Grimdark Collective or something, and I think, you know, he would like it to look vibrant as well. So, well, my understanding. So it'll be, I think the figures will be able to take different takes on painting.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, a zombie pirate that looks covered in a few barnacles needs to be a bit grungy.
No, I can imagine some of them are going to have no proper, rather than sort of the grimdark aspect to it. You know, you could go full 18th century and have them, you know, really, really ornately painted. I think that's the beauty behind them. It's going to make for some really interesting games, though. Like I say, when I first heard about it, it just seemed to appear from nowhere, and I kept seeing posts about it on Facebook. I thought, this looks really, really intriguing. Yeah,
it's been in development for quite a while, and the rules have been written quite a while ago, and it's more of I think just it's John's favourite scale. It's what he's really interested in. So I think it's more of a homage to John and his work, and it's a game that can be played quickly between a couple of people as well. So it's not, you know, you don't have to spend the whole day sort of planning.
There's because I saw that they on their Facebook page that they put this up as, you know, another one of the sort of like, I guess, the concepts for another guide that's compared, which is sort of, which I really like. It's kind of got this Byzantine kind of thing going on.
I've seen some others which I'm not allowed to divulge you with, unfortunately.
There's obviously there's you, but is there a couple of other sculptors as well?
There's Patrick Masson as well that John asked for by name.
So I think
he's
he
working
did this
on-
one as well. I think he did that one. Which is there's a couple. But yeah, there is a Facebook page where you can go and see.
That's it. Yeah, he's one of
this
his.
stuff.
Yeah. So he's done. I think Patrick's done about 3. I've done the 1, 2, 3, 5, and a couple of smaller figures you won't have seen yet.
Okay.
Which I'm not allowed to talk about.
So, has it got like a setting or a background or a lore?
So, and the kind of setting is it's a dueling game,
Mm-hmm.
and they're duelists, and it's like a Baroque sort of. I want to make sure I get this right. It's like a slightly sunken city, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. Where there's a lot of pirates. The vampires are actually the good guys in it, which is like a different take.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's going to have lots of parallels to, historical, but it's also going to have the fantastical elements as well.
Nice.
I think I just like the idea of I said that really small playing area with just one figure aside. That sounds. I mean that's right up my wargaming alley. That one.
It's just making it for you, Steve.
yeah.
Almost could be.
Well, it's coming to. I think they're going through Kickstarter because I don't get involved in the planning side. So I think it's going to go up for crowdfunding quite soon, but I haven't got any firm dates. So please don't quiz me on that.
I don't think that will have any problem being funded. I think with the amount of people.
I hope not. Yeah.
And the interest people have got, I think it'll do really rather well.
Good.
But yeah,
it
looks. Steve, yellow card, mate. That one figure was a French drummer. No,
it could put it in as a request. It might be a pledge level where you could have your own figure. You could just be covered in different drums.
Well, on the back of that, I did that for myself. I did a 54mm Commissar.
Cool.
A Commissar, yeah. Just to keep going on that scale. But I would love to do some historical figures in 54mm, especially like Napoleonics. I think that would be.
He's cringing. Look at him. He's cringing.
We can find some skirmish game for that. That would be great. Are you listening, Andy?
Yeah.
Would you put separate toes on the model, Paul, at 54mm? Would you?
Yeah. Before I definitely do that before I sculpt the boots over the top. Yeah,
that's what we like to hear.
I just think.
So go on, Paul.
Doing these, you end up sculpting stuff, and then because it's not something I've worked in, and then suddenly you're sculpting over it, and you say, "Oh, I didn't have to do all of that." It was a learning curve.
I bet. That's very cool, though.
Is it the first time you've done 54mm, Paul?
Pardon?
Is it the first time you've done 54mm?
Yeah, apart from converting, because I did manage to get hold of a load of those Airfix Napoleonic figures. And a bit of converting, 20 odd years ago, it may be even 30. Apart from that, not a full figure. So they're the first 54mm I've done. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you feel? Do you feel? I know you've been using sort of John Blanch's artwork for inspiration, but is there a whole different approach to this, knowing that you've got a bigger thing to work with than your 28mm stuff?
Yeah, definitely. So I can split it down into elements. So you can do like, I'm going to do a belt at this time, and you can then sculpt it to finish, if you see what I mean. Like when I'm doing wargaming figures, I might just do a little bit while I'm doing other stuff. So I might do a belt while I'm doing a tunic, because of the way just to make it look like it's laying and adding weight and pressure onto that tunic. But when you're doing the 54mm, you can do that element of the belt first, and then really go to town on it. So and then you can treat each element as like a mini figure. It's really good fun, and quite satisfying to try and get as much realism and movement. So I'm definitely looking at a lot more reference material while sculpting them.
I think what I like as well is that with it being a dueling game, the poses are so dynamic to reflect that kind of combat. I just think they work really, really well.
Yeah, no, that was the first couple I did, which was the guy in the red, the captain, and Milady the vampire. They were done from the concept art, and then that's when I was told John wants you to take those and not necessarily do them as they are in the picture, but he wants you to add your spin on them. I mean, of course, you're like, oh, but I want to make the pictures, yeah. But he said, no, that's not what John wants. John wants you to work from them. I mean, still now, I've got real sort of imposter syndrome about them. So it's just, I want them to be liked, and I want them to. For John not to have sort of settled on them, if you see what I mean, you know, I want to have given them the full, him being completely happy with them, which he must have done because they asked for more.
Why do I have a feeling that that Andy's going to ask you for a 54mm William Marshall?
I'd love to. I would love to.
Just every different stage of his life.
I'm not
including
sure
the tomb.
I
actually say that. I don't know if he's still in there. Andy randomly popped up. One of those AI history videos popped up on my feed yesterday, I think it was. It was about William Marshall. And then I scrolled down and the first person that commented was Andy. It was nothing to do with wargaming. I can't remember. I think he just he didn't go on the third. He didn't go on the Third Crusade. It was one of those AI ones where they've just just written a whole load of bollocks. And just said he didn't go on the Crusade. So it's nothing to do with wargaming. I was just scrolling through my feed.
He does it everywhere.
I've stopped getting recommended those. They were just popping up in my recommendations so many times. I was just like, not interested. It's just slop, really, isn't it? Just conveyor belt slop. Paul, when you said that, John's been wants to work on this, for many, many years, was it always at 54mm, or was that like a?
Well, when I say he's wanted to work on this for 40 years, I think it's him talking with the guys, Nigel and Ronan, that he kind of said, this is a game I've wanted to make for like 40 years. I think it's, but he definitely wanted it in 54mm, because that's his preferred scale. I mean, I think you need to ask those guys, really.
I think that's the Willie,
yeah, the William Marsh, yeah. So I think he's always had in his mind to do something in 54mm, but just this is like the first opportunity that's come along post GW, I'd assume.
Right. Well, I'm just glad he's got the
cool.
opportunity to do it. So it does sound really, really, really cool.
We'll have to keep the updates going in the Facebook group.
Well, Inquisitor is part, there's something he was big behind as well, and that was 54 mil. So that's where the inspiration, the basically that scale is the inspiration behind it.
Yeah, so John's just put he was the push. So he was one that creative director behind it. Him and Gav thought. I mean, if you want to see a lot of John Blanche artwork, go to the Inquisitor rulebook. It's absolutely festooned with
I'd love
with
to.
Blanche artwork.
Festooned
with
that doesn't
Blanche
get
artwork.
used enough. I'm going to try and use that in an email tomorrow.
But yeah, it's a really, really. I mean, just for the artwork alone, it's a really cool book. It was a really good game actually. We only played 2 or 3 games of it, and then my mate just said, "Yeah, we don't like this," and just stopped playing straight away.
Robin's been playing it with Matt. They're doing it at 28.
28, yeah.
They've been playing it. I think they're having a laugh.
Some of those figures were superb.
Oh God, yeah.
I had one. I sold it when we moved house. It was a witch hunter one who was wearing a trench coat with a big double-handed sword. And I was like, I don't want this. So I sold it. And I don't think I sold it for very much money. I think I sold it for about £8.
Don't look on eBay then. Don't look on eBay.
I won't.
Because they're going for an absolute fortune on there. And I don't know what happened to mine. I think I had about 6 of them. I had a mad moment one afternoon in the Games Workshop and just splurged and bought loads with the rulebook. I don't know where they went, but it's a shame. Right, let's give Paul a bit of a break. Let's talk about what we've been up to over the past week. Let's go. Considering last week was about projects, let's go to Dom because I want to see.
Because he'll have finished 5.
So I want to see how many projects he's completed since Inspirado last week.
Oh, geez.
What have you been up to?
Well, my mass rebasing project continues apace, so that's still taking up quite a lot of time. It's another load sitting here in the water bath, waiting to have their bases ripped off. It does work, by the way. People were saying in the Facebook page about how you rip bases off figures.
Was it just
soak them in? So the water just comes up to the level of the base.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it for 24, 48 hours, and there you go. That's here's one I made earlier. This won't work, of course. Well, there you go. Pop straight off.
Hey.
That's, easy. Comes off easier. Even super glue, metal bases a bit firmer, but they generally come off, and plastic as well. So I've been up to my eyeballs in that still, but so that has slowed everything down a pace. But I have, I want to make sure I keep up.
Dom, I don't want to ask what's in the water where you live. We can strip super glue from me.
I mean, you probably don't want to know. You probably don't want to know. It is. I don't know how it does it. I mean, probably some clever scientists out there probably know exactly how it happens, but I don't know. But it is quite frightening. It really is. So what have I been up to? Hang on, I've just lost a picture. So I've been back up. I know you've been working on your 10 mils as well, so I've been doing the same. I want to keep up with you. So I've finished up. Pretty much finished off the English box now. So there's another load of archers.
Oh, nice.
That's all done. God, they look really muddy there, don't they? The angle down makes them look really like it's a muddy field. So that's another sprue of English archers, 10 mil, War Games Atlantic. Thank you, Andy, for these. These are fabulous. Not Andy, but they are fantastic figures. Really, really love them. And I thought I'd better do some French for once. So I got and did a French sprue as well. So there's some of the knights.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Which are cool. I enjoyed doing those. And the where's they gone? Men at arms as well to go with them. And the men at arms are exactly the same as the English ones. Only I put more dead bodies on them because they're French. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, you know, the flags are a bit scrabby, but they don't look too bad when you're actually at table level, because 10 mil and all that, and zooming in with a camera makes them look a little bit worse than they are. But they're great fun to do. I whip through them really quickly and easily, so I enjoy doing them. But given all the fun and games on the project discussion last week, and I blame Martin for this.
Oh, please tell me you went and bought a Narcissus. That'd be amazing.
No, I didn't buy a Narcissus. No, I did not do that. I didn't go that far. No, I just spent far too much time on Aventine and bought some more figures.
Some more? Did you buy more?
Yeah, I mean, as if I haven't got enough bloody ancient figures already. But I did realise I didn't have enough command groups.
Spartans. No.
The Spartans are all up on eBay now, if anybody's interested. Not that I'm advertising, but they're all up there. Bargain, get yourself some Spartans. Lovely. No pre-owner. So no, I went on and got some command bases or some figures for commanders and some cavalry, because I think that's the area I'm probably least up to date. So I did the first. I really enjoyed doing these. This is my first efforts on the Aventine command bases. So is I think it's a successor commander and a couple of
very cool
pikemen from a command set. And I really enjoyed doing these. It was great fun to do. The detail on them is phenomenal. So yeah, enjoyed doing those. Cool. So that's one command base, and then I also picked up, even though Warlords had very kindly sent me the Pyrrhic supplement, they sent it as a PDF. So I obviously bought the real copy because I can't manage. I'm too old for PDFs. I've just realised. I know I could print it out, but it costs more than buying the new rule set. So I ordered the Pyrrhic book, and it arrived with the new figure. So I did him as well for a command base. So that's the Pyrrhus figure that you get, which is Wargames plastic or resin. You know, that resin-y stuff, stuff. Had some fun working on these fellas. Oh, good fun.
Very cool.
Really good. But I channeled my inner Steve. You'll be impressed with me. So this chappy here, people might recognise that head. I recognise it. It's from Wargames Atlantic, isn't it? It is Wargames Atlantic.
It is,
So when the packs arrived, there was a head missing. There was a head in there, but it had a helmet on, and this guy's already holding a helmet. And I thought, well, that don't work unless he's got a head in that helmet. I don't know. So I thought, well, I could have contacted them. And I thought, you know what, I'll have a go at it. And so I just. And then I realised, of course, the net connections are completely different. But then the old green stuff came out and punched away, and I was quite pleased with how it came out. So
you wouldn't think that was a head swap on that. It looks like an actual,
It fits quite nicely. The scale's right, actually. It does work quite well. The neck's a little bit chunky, but he's been working out. He's been playing a bit of rugby like before.
No, it looks in one piece.
That's true. Isn't maybe that's why he's got his helmet in his arm, is because he's got a sling underneath there. I don't know. And then I also did one of their cavalry commanders. That was another Aventine figure, which I just thought I'd go with yellow just for a change, because why not, really? So yeah, that's what I got up to. Plus thousands and thousands of rebasing figures, which I'll show at some point when I lay them all out. I just can't. There's so many. It's driving me insane. But there you go. That's what I've been up to.
So not a single Spartan hit the painting desk then.
Shut up a bit.
Oh, dearie me. Paul, in case you don't know, Dom got a mystery box from
I saw his video.
Yeah, did you see it?
Yeah, could see the disappointment.
I was going to say you can
the disappointment was oozing out of me all the way through.
It was.
Has Dom told you he's got some weird shit as well?
Oh no, I don't have weird shit, Paul. What are you talking about? No, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's behind me there somewhere. Yes, I might have partaken of some of Mr. Hicks's orcs.
Oh bloody hell!
So I've just been stabbing myself with them. And...
Yeah, they actually arrived today, I think.
So they'll be on next week's update. Got it, right?
Yeah, they'll be. No, I'm going to save them for a bit of a change for something that I, work into. So cool. I'm looking forward to having those. Well, because I didn't realise, and Andy can kill me for this, but I didn't realise that that was basically fantasy Baron's War.
Yeah.
So, and I like Baron's War, and I thought, well, that gives me a fix for doing a bit of fantasy weird shit without going the whole hog. So that's what I thought.
Well, you never go full weird shit. Never go full weird.
Yeah, never go full weird shit.
You never go full weird. Although, when we show off some photos in a minute from what Paul's been doing, I think there might be one or two other people who are going to crack as well.
So there you go. That's what I've been up to.
Cool. Martin, what have you been up to?
I felt left out with you lot doing all the 10mm stuff. So I had some 10mm stuff, although my stuff is not Agincourt. Mine is some fantasy 10mm stuff that to be fair, I'm working on for a video, which is so I've worked on these little fellows.
Nice.
So these are horned warriors, not horny warriors, horned warriors.
Horned warriors.
Definitely not chaos. From the game called Argatoria by Spellcrow Miniatures. These are very cool to paint. I did these on Friday and Saturday, and they're a lot of fun. So I've just got this unit here. These are all hand sculpted.
Hell.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which sort of blew my mind a little bit. So these are all resin, not printed, cast resin. But yeah, there's some awesome details on these. There you go, especially as they're 10mm. That was about the level of detail that I was willing to go for. I believe I was texting Robin and I said I'll do cloaks and pecs, and that's it. But yeah, it's like. But yeah, these are awesome little figures. So yeah, I mean they've got their own sort of rank and flank fantasy game, which I'll be giving a go at some point.
Have you ever thought that if any of us were ever involved in any sort of police incident where they have to go and check your messages, those sort of comments like "I'll just do the pecs and cloaks," Robin, might get us in an awful lot of trouble.
That sounds like code to me. It sounds like.
I think if they saw our conversations with Ken, it would be far worse. So I did this unit, and then I did this command groups. You have command groups which are banners and musicians, and then you have champions. So I just did these two little. I really like the guy holding the banner. I think he's quite a fun chap. So I did those. Those were fun. I had to change the bases because the bases they can't come on are like the 40k war like GW bases, and I don't like. They're almost as big as the models. So it just so they're just on some 2mm MGF. But yeah, I was quite pleased with how they came out. I'm looking forward to that. Something a bit different. And then painting wise, so I started these last night and I finished them about an hour before the stream. So these took me 4 hours ish. I stuck them together on last week's stream because I'm going to need more. So here are some Gallic cavalry. So stripy trousers, head. I snapped the banner standard in like 2 places. So I used masking tape to make streamers off the banner, and then slathered it in super glue, and it seemed to work. So yeah, I was quite pleased with that because I didn't want to spend ages on them. I just want some cavalry. Robin and I have plans for CrackCon and stuff, and Dom, I know you know what's going on. And I need more. So I did those. So I was quite chuffed with those for
good and nice
for a few hours work. So those are up there, and I've got a whole load of other ones to stick together. And then on top of that, Robin and I had a game of the Barons War, which was the first game in our little siege scenario, where Robin. So we did roll off to see who was going to be. Am I feeling okay? That's why I tried to get them done as quickly as possible, Steve. So in this game, Robin's forces are sallying out to try and destroy the siege engine that's just been set up by John's forces as they scramble to defend it. So that was a lot of fun. It was like a custom scenario. It basically gets points for burning down the trebuchet and burning down the tents. So they were hopping around the board. So that was quite fun. But I haven't got quite enough units to defend everything. He's got to decide which way to go. So it was Robin's force as it comes charging out the gate. The only reason he deployed his horses in the gate, I quote, was because it looks cool. Retrospectively, he should have put them at the front. So they came out. So that was good fun. And then there's just another picture as my knights finally made it onto the table.
Nice.
To start doing anything. You'll notice that his guys with the pole axes have made it past them. As Robin points out, we didn't even think about it, and then we did the scenario, and we filmed a bit where saying what the objectives were for this one, and the objective is to burn the trebuchet and burn the tents. So keeping well in your game. Everything burns. Haven't you seen a Ridley Scott? Every fire arrows, everything gets burned.
True.
Doesn't matter if you're an eye, everything gets burned.
It's all true.
Anyway, that's what I've been up to. And I'm currently just working on some orcs that done by sculpted by someone not too very far away. Thank you. It's very kind to send through. So yes, no, I'm working on these. I've been I wanted to get those ghouls and that done first, and now I'm looking forward to getting some paint on these. Although I'm currently trying to decide what to paint on the shields. So there we go. That's me.
Cool.
Nice.
I've had a weird week.
You surprised me.
Really?
I had plans. I was going to paint some more 10mm Agincourt stuff. I had some agents to paint because I've got a couple of games of Rogue Warriors coming up. I've got some modern sort of special ops. But then I came across this. I never knew this box existed until last week. So it's the Sanctifiers from Kill Team. Didn't know it existed. Saw the miniatures and were like, they're probably the best things I've seen the GW produce in ages. Anyway, I bought them. They arrived the next day. But I wanted to do something differently with them. I wanted to paint them a bit different to how I'd normally paint. So I started watching. I think Paul mentioned them before, the Grimdark Compendium. It's a bunch of paints on YouTube who do tutorial videos on painting Grimdark, because I've tried in the past, but they don't look Grimdark. They just look normal, same as my own always stuff. So what I did was I took a lot of feedback from those videos. So over the weekend, I've been painting using what's called the Zorn palette, which is what John Blanche uses.
Yeah.
It's essentially 4 colors. It's black, white, vermilion, and yellow ochre. And you make all of your colors from those 4 colors. And I thought, that's going to be really difficult until you start doing it, and it's brilliant. But the other revolutionary thing, a bit of a painting epiphany, I invested in a wet palette.
Oh my goodness, Steve.
And I'm never going back to how I used to paint ever.
You're off. You're going to be off Yorkshire's Christmas list now.
I don't know how.
Plans never survive first contact with Steve. Well said, right? Yeah.
I spent the entire weekend just painting this box, using the Zorn palette, so a really limited palette, a couple of metallics, and then using enamel washes on them. And I've painted 5 so far, but the other ones aren't done. So this aren't photographed yet. So this is what I came up with.
Cool.
And I don't know. yeah, apart from the metallics, that's 4 colours on everything.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So there he is.
That's really nice.
Oh, they're really great sculpts as well, aren't they?
Oh, they're lovely. They're so.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they've gone back to the old aesthetic with those ones.
Oh,
It's
yes.
sort of-
Exactly what I thought when I saw them. I was like, I didn't know this box existed.
Isn't one of the figures in there is based off of one of the Inquisitor figures, isn't he?
Yes, it's the drill abbot is based off Joseph. Was he called Joseph from Inquisitor? The bald guy with the he's got a reliquary and a big hammer and great big. He looks like he's got chops like Amos from Emmerdale Farm.
He's just called Joseph.
He's just called Joseph.
Just Joe. In the world of Mortarians and Angrons, and we have Joe.
More Joe.
I think Joe.
One miniature that stood out for me was that. That doesn't look anything like that now because I threw in an enamel wash and then did all the highlights and stuff. It looks a lot better, but I just love that figure. It's just so cool.
Wow.
And so I've painted 5 of them so far. And I'm
What is it? Cherub?
It's a cherub.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. With a gun of some
Obviously
of some description. So I've painted those two. I've painted the guy with the hammer, so the drill abbot. I've painted the one that I sent to you in the group today. The one that's having a bit of a problem with some parchment. And I've just started painting a guy with a massive, great big chainsaw. But yeah, just going back to wet palettes. I really, really wish I'd started using one years ago. You can just tell the difference for me in painting is just it's just a marked difference. The blending of the colors, having colors. I'm still using a red that I mixed together on Saturday.
Wow.
And it's just kept its consistency. Now add a little bit of water to it and it brings it back. But I wouldn't have been able to use that Zorn palette without a wet palette. It would have been near on impossible. But I've really enjoyed that. Like I said, this weekend's been like a hobby epiphany for me because I'm never going back to how I used to paint. It sounds like hyperbole, but it isn't. It's transformed my painting so much, and the smoothness of the paint you get on the miniature. Honestly, it's mad.
Tom, do you remember when he just used field grey painted World War II?
Yeah, I know. Where's
that one? Where's he gone? Where's that Steve gone?
Well, that's the real Steve that's in the chat. That's what it is.
That's the other one.
The weird one. This is the one that replaced him. Yeah.
But no, I'm now a massive firm believer of wet palettes. Now I'll be using mine, moving forward. Such a marked difference, and those enamel washes as well. I've been using the AK streaking grime.
That's a firm favorite, isn't it?
Yeah. It's terrifying when you splatter it all over your nicely painted miniature. And it's just sat there covered in brown gloop. And but give it 20 minutes.
Have you got that picture you showed of when you first covered it in gloop? Because I thought I looked at that.
No, I'll pop it in the group later because it is terrifying. Because I spent a couple of hours painting that miniature, and then I spent 30 seconds covering it in crud, and it looks terrible. But the effects are brilliant. Just the control you have over it as well, and you take off what you want to take off. It's just the way it works with the paints, it just desaturates everything. It's just so cool. That look that I'm going for. But yeah, Zorn palette, I would recommend if you fancy a painting challenge, try it because I've never got better flesh tones than just using those 4 paints. It's just honestly, it's really, really good. But yeah, I'm a changed Steve from this weekend onwards. You'll be seeing.
So Rusty Staples says he's only been painted for a year, but wet paletted from the beginning. YouTube video schooled him. Yeah,
I feel like I've lost out on not having one figures. I couldn't work out how effective they would be, but absolutely 100%, I would just massively recommend getting one.
I've tried to use them, but I don't know what it was. I mean, I'm a lazy painter, so that doesn't help. But I just never got the hang of it.
For me, it was
last a bit longer. That's okay, but then you got a bloody great bottom bit. It's fine.
What I like about it is, like, for example, if I'm painting like a red robe, I can have like 5 or 6 different hues of this based around the same red, but all close to each other, all sort of ready to go, and you can add and take away, and you can wet blend. It's just honestly, I sound like an absolute fanboy here. But it's just honestly, it's been a while since I've enjoyed painting that much. It's just opened up so many possibilities. Just love it.
What do you reckon, Martin? At the end of this stream, it's going to come up with sponsored by Army Painter Wet Palette.
Yeah, I can't do it because the guy. I think I've told this story before. There's a guy who at my work, and he had his wet palette, and he never emptied it, and I couldn't work out what the smell was. After weeks, I found his wet palette, and it was growing, and the paints had become absorbed into the mold, and it was grim. It looked like the swamp from Labyrinth. It was horrific.
Eternal.
Yeah, that was it. It was grim. I think because it wasn't even a proper wet palette. It was just getting J-cloths and putting them in on top of a sponge. My J-cloths, I'd like to add. It was just grim. I just found it ironic that the J-cloth was growing and nearly walking out. I even found a bit because I'm pretty sure that like he was using like just like the cloths that we're using, and one of my I think it was like a bit of my business partner's dreadlock like in there as well. So like, oh dude. No. Just answer this from the hobby brush. Where was it? What paint are you mostly? I'm mostly Vallejo. In fact, the 3 colors that I've been using on the wet palette to do this painting have all been Vallejo, except the ivory black, which was it's like an artist acrylic I got off Amazon. Because I just wanted the ivory black, and I couldn't find any sort of modeling gaming company that did it. But yeah, mostly Vallejo. Again, it's just transformed me as a painter.
It's a new
Army Painter have those 4 sets of John Blanche paints, don't they?
Yeah, I'm going to be looking into those because like I say, perfect for what I'm currently working on. But, so that's what I'm going to be painting this week, and I've been digging out. Since I've this technique, I've been digging out all men, just thinking, right, because I've got some older Deptus Mechanicus that I want to do in that style as well. So I've been digging the sprues out. Let's throw enamel washes over everything for the rest of the week. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. Right, back to Paul. So did Paul send us? He sent some photographs across, didn't he?
I went through the Warhost. Cool. So there's the Hobdane Hicks Facebook group, and then there's Warhost they've just set up another page, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, there was an issue with Andy. We'll be able to fill you in because he's the brains behind the setup. There was an issue with sharing images, so we had to set up an actual dedicated page for Warhost.
Why not? What I can do is I'll share the links to it in the group because I have noticed that more and more people obviously. But so as Dom already sort of intimated it and Paul were chatting about, Warhost is the fantasy skirmish game using the Baron's War rules as a system essentially based, but obviously it's very much its own thing. And you've been busy. You've been very busy. So for example, I didn't. Yes. So this is York Command. Now we shared this a couple of weeks ago on the news, and you just finished this, and I mean these guys are just so cool. I mean, nothing says evil like a man blowing a trumpet. Is that through a head?
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, like,
with the orcs, I wanted some body part on there, like a lucky charm. So each of the orcs has like either teeth or hand or skull or a bit of flayed flesh. I wanted that as a part of the their cultural makeup, really.
Because we were so there was a comment earlier. I don't know if it did get starred, which was Robin, which was, without wanting to sound like a dweeb, my Warhost Elf Patrol that I ride the other day is some of the nicest models I've bought, and also the packaging was quality. Robin has a thing about packaging. He gets very upset.
Packaging is impressive. Yeah,
that's all Andy. That's we wanted it to look, proper. Wanted to look like something else, not just figures in a bag.
That was my fault, actually, because he come round for that game of the Barons War, and I essentially left the Warhost book on the table.
And then it worked then.
I went off to go and get something, and then I came back and he was go. So well, I just need to invite. I'll just leave it out like a copy.
Yeah, just keep inviting people around.
Just come out,
it's very impressive.
Yeah. See, it worked. Yeah, I didn't have to show him anything. I just told him it uses Baron's War system, and he was off.
Yeah,
no. I feel very honoured that he's dipping the toe into weird shit with our stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I won't do it for anybody's weird shit, Paul. It has to be.
No, it has to be Paul's weird shit. Yeah. I think what I was saying, and Steve, you commented that the orcs look properly evil, like they're not goofy. Which
no, they look. I mean,
properly.
As far as this may sound like an oxymoron, they look realistic orcs.
Yes.
That was something, because it wasn't something me and Andy just decided. Well, we're going to make we're going to make a fantasy range. And then just make it. We used AI, actually. Well, when we say actual intelligence, we just got a load of images that we kind of liked the look of and that we thought was the feel, and then we fed them to Peter Dennis, and then he came up with concepts for them.
Is that? I see. Yes, because that artwork in the book is amazing.
Yes, and now we've got Marco working with us now as well, who does a lot of sorry, it's gone. A lot of artwork you'll find in Ospreys and like War Games Atlantic art. So he's doing concepts for us now as well. I think you might have a piece that he's done recently. That rock guy.
Oh yeah, hang on, here he is. Yes, there he is.
That's... So that's going to be for the dwarfs.
Well, yes, because this was shared the other day. So what came first? The artwork, this piece of art.
The artwork.
This art?
Yeah.
So this piece of art. So we got the art, and then here we have the reality. I mean, that's cool. And I've got to say as well, you've gone for a very different look with the dwarves to what other people tend to go with. The
dwarfs I'd seen. So for looking at like what I wanted for the dwarfs, I'd actually sort of looking through lots of different armor, and I've always really liked like Slavic and Russian armor, like 12th century, because it's got that sort of slight Islamic influence as well. And there was some museum where they got the suits of armor, but they just had them at sort of floor level, so they looked like dwarfs where they'd displayed the armor. So they hadn't put them on sort of full size mannequins. They'd kind of looked like they were just hovering off the ground, and I thought, yeah, that's perfect for the dwarfs. And then Peter's that sort of combination of Peter did some concepts for us, and Marco did some concepts for us, and then you sort of mash up the two. Actually, the guy on the look at the screen on the left has got like a Nepalese hat on, which I thought was quite fitted the bill. Yeah, so it's mainly sort of a Eastern Europe vibe to them.
Yeah, oh, I really like that. I think that's really cool. And then because you've got your obviously, so you've got elves and orcs that are currently out.
Yeah, next
and then there's
the dwarfs.
Yeah, there's a couple of character models. There's like a human wizard who really reminds me Kieran Hines, weirdly. So I'll go to that's these out. And then you've got with the elves. I these guys are so cool.
Yeah.
They're the newest ones that we've done. And I'm actually doing right at this moment some more command figures for the elves at this very moment. They were meant to be finished yesterday, but obviously I was feeling a bit crook.
Yeah, you didn't have Andy there cracking the whip with your arm in the sling.
Yeah.
No, they're very cool. I really it's obviously there's rules for magic in this, and that made me laugh. So I was having a look through it, and I was looking at all these awesomely evil, horrible things that can do to people in the game. So that's very cool because there's also undead in the book as well. So is that something that's going to be on the horizon at some point?
Yeah, well, the undead in our setting aren't all dead, so this is what the beauty of sharing some time at Adepticon over beers and world building. We came up with the idea that they're not actually an undead being raised by a necromancer. They actually they reanimate their heroes from past life out of the barrows, so that they come back to lead their armies. So they worship the dead.
Cool.
So you have like humans and dead together, but they're not necessarily evil. It's just they bring back the heroes from the past and revere them. So it was a different take as opposed to sort of either slimy dead or dusty dead, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to
excellent.
I like it. Slimy or dusty.
Slimy or dusty.
Yeah. How do you like your undead? Slimy or dusty?
So how do you like your eggs in the morning? I like opening these Warhost boxes because I can't. It doesn't like as I tip them out. I was like, what's falling out of here? Lots of orcs with hand weapons. Excellent. Pop these. So Dom's had to obviously sit here and listen to us talk about Wish. Have you got anything historical on the horizon?
Yeah. I'm doing some stuff for Empress. So some more Sikhs for 20th century Sikhs for them, and I'm doing some more American War of Independence for Brigade and some more Napoleonics. And then I've got loads of other stuff to do. I'm doing some Napoleonic Nepalese for Badger Games in the States. Yeah, so that's for the Anglo-Nepalese War.
Yeah.
Yes, so they're going off to Ben at Old Garde Games / Badger Games. Yeah, I've got loads more to do. I just can't, at the moment, trying to finish something before I go on to the next.
Dom's making mental notes here to go look at Napoleonic Nepalese. So because there's a book. There's a book being ordered.
Yeah, right at the moment. Did you hear it go ka-ching? Yeah.
Yeah, and then for that there'll be sepoys as well. So that's always something I've really wanted to do. So I'm looking forward to that, and cavalry as well, like Skinner's horse and.
Superb.
Yeah, really quite excited about doing that because I really enjoyed doing South Asian figures after doing the Indian Mutiny stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. Empress, yeah. There's quite a lot of those. I realised the other day when looking at some pictures of stuff that people have painted up, can't remember how many of those I've done. It's quite a lot.
I must.
Yeah.
Rusty Staples says your brigade AWI are his favourites.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I've got to do. I think I'm doing the Historicon figure this year. So that'll be a command group because it's the Spirit of 76.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah.
So we're not going to hear that a lot, haven't we? About the taking of the British airports and stuff like that again from Mr. Trump.
We've got. Are you going to be? Will you be at Sloot this year?
Yes. Yeah. I'll be peddling Warhost and Halflings.
Excellent.
Yes. Well, I need to do some Halflings as well. So I've got a mortar and an organ gun done for those. So I need to crew that, and I need to do some more foot troops for my Halflings. Unfortunately, I've had to be neglected for a little bit while I get other stuff done. Because obviously it's a sideline for me. It's not the the work that brings in the most money for the household.
Do you find it easy? I can't remember when we asked this before, so I'm going to ask again. But do you find it easy to jump between these different periods and fantasy into historical and what have you? I mean, is it just refreshing, or do you need to get? Yeah. Sometimes
yes. Sometimes it can be a palate cleanser. So if I'm doing, like I've got these great coated British to do for Brigade Games, where I'm just doing heads and arms. So it's quite a nice palate cleanser because I've already done the dollies, and I can go straight into it because the shade coats are already made. But if I'm doing full greens like those, the Orc Command Group, that took a lot of sort of getting my head round because you've got to, then have a look, sort of do it individually. Go sort of. So sometimes it can be quite tricky, and I'll find it will take a bit of time until I've immersed myself into the period before I crack it and get into the swing of it. So it will feel like I've been working on them for days and then not actually getting a figure made. But you just feel like you're working on it, and then suddenly you'll come back to it the next day and then
just click.
Just click and they'll be done. Yeah. But it's just getting over that point of trying to immerse yourself in the situation. Like when I did those orcs, I think I watched all the Lord of the Rings films and then watched a few of the Rings of Power, which I know is not to everyone's taste, but I quite enjoy it. Just to sort of get you yourself into the bit of the flavour of it.
Yeah. One day, James, Paul's is going to come on, and you're not going to mention this.
But not today.
No, today is not that day. It's right down there. It's right down there. 2 boxes down there. I can actually see it in the tub down there.
Below.
The trauma is still there.
The trauma is strong.
Well, do you know, it just took me 6 weeks to get the glue out of my eyebrows. If I knew which stream that was, I'd go back and clip that a bit. Because you're actually watching like the gradual breakdown of somebody over the course of like 2 hours. It started off so well, and then it was the moment. I think I hit the table, didn't I? I think I just hit the table. Shit like that.
You swore for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one got demonetized. It wasn't I think it was Dom's week as well. So
yeah, probably.
That was
sabotage someone else's ink.
No, that's awesome. No, that is awesome. Have we got any questions? I think there are a couple of questions in there for Paul. Do you want me to have a look at them, Steve, or do you?
No, sorry, I'll do that. No, I'll find it. Yeah, we've got a couple. So one from Nick. Do you feel the advance in AI pictures to 3D print programs a threat to figure designers like yourself?
Yes, I'd be stupid to say that I do find it a threat. I think it's quite existential. That I feel fortunate that I don't think I'd be able to start off as a traditional sculptor now. I think that I think it's going to be very hard to establish yourself as a sculptor. It's something I've thought about trying to do digital because I'd love to be able to do some plastic. So that's I've been trying my hand at that as well. But I want them to look as if they're my figures as opposed to I want them to have my identity attached to them. I think. So I heard.
Do you think that happens, Paul? Sorry, just think about. Do you think that sort of almost? Because you're right. When you see one of your figures, pretty much 90% of the time you can identify. Most people can say, that's a Hicks sculpt." Does it sanitize it a lot by using digital? Do you think? Is that the problem? Does everything look the same, or is that the risk with it? Or
I think it's got a look, isn't it? Digital sculpts compared to there's a few out there that can that manage it, and then also you've got the restrictions of plastic production as well, that they have to have be sculpted in a certain way that they don't impede the mold process. But I had a very good discussion with somebody at Salute last year, and they've got a very high resolution scanner.
Okay.
Which they're scanning their the guy who designed the Qua actually.
Right.
He's got a very high end scanner. So I assume, like most technology, the price and the quality will decrease and increase. So I tend to find in the way my life works that every down seems to be an opportunity to an up. So I think that I feel confident I'll be able to still do what I'm doing in the way I want to in the future. And I think I've built up a reputation to still sell miniatures that I make, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, yeah. No.
Yeah.
So I feel very fortunate. I think I'd be a lot more worried than I am at the moment if I was coming into it brand new as a sculptor. Doing it traditionally. I think it's going to be very hard for new sculptors to break through, and especially now that green stuff is no longer being made.
I know. I saw that earlier. No more green stuff. I
didn't realise that.
Wow. So the Procreate went last year, and then green stuff this year. So, but there is, as all things, there is light at the end of the tunnel, because I think Silk Create that import it in the UK are looking to set up a factory here producing it, which is their own factory. So we, it won't be the same, but it will be near enough the same.
Wow.
It's just too cost prohibitive to make in the US, I think, was the reason they shut the factory.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So, and it's not necessarily a product exclusively made for the hobby industry as well. It's got its industrial uses. So, whatever restrictions have been put in place over there have made it cost prohibitive. So, I think it's going to find a new home here in the UK, which would be good.
Oh, that'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I did buy loads of it when I found out.
Just stock up. It's like Stee and Cork.
Yes. Oh God, I get nervous when I run out of cork. It's you start getting a bit twitchy when I need to stock up on bits of cork. One from Wargame of Cred. Is there a range you've sculpted that you'd love to return and add to?
Oh. I don't know, really. That's a hard one. I think with Brigade, I always get to sort of add on to stuff I've made there. And in a way, the Second World War stuff I've done for Empress, because I'd already done a lot of it when I started Bolt Action Miniatures with Simon, and then sort of not being able to do much of it when Warlords bought it. It was quite nice to then go back over and do the stuff with Empress. So that's probably the Second World War stuff. Yeah.
That's just reminded me, Paul.
We could do that.
That's just reminded me. The first time you were on, we talked about the ultra simple skirmish rules, the USSR rules.
Yeah.
I found my copy.
Oh wow.
I bought that. It must have been 2005. I think I got that.
It would be.
I misplaced it for years, and then randomly, I just found it in between two books. So I was quite chuffed with that.
Collector's edition. That's the original Bolt Action.
Yes, it's actually got. I think it's got Bolt Action on the back of it.
Because the company was called Bolt Action Miniatures, which then got shortened to BAM for ages. Which then, when me and Simon, we did an exhibition in Italy, so that's when Ryanair would allow you to take 25 kilos on the plane for no extra cost. So we would fill up cardboard boxes with our stock, and then me, Simon, his wife, and my wife used to fly over with the stock, and then sell it, and then have the go and spend the euros in Milan. But as Simon pointed out, it's probably not the best idea, because we knew it would be ours to write BAM on the side of these boxes to go on. It was,
Security wants to speak to you. 5 minutes over here.
They were great fun, those Italian trips.
One from James. Any chance of a 54mm pie cross for Nigel Betts, who was at PeachyCon again? Would go perfect with those 54mm sharp figures.
Oh, that would be quite interesting. Yeah, I got to meet him at PeachyCon, and also my daughter was amazed because she's strangely an addict of Death in Paradise, and he was in an episode of Death in Paradise. So she was like really made up that she met someone in Death in Paradise. Drag Race, Death in Paradise, and SAS Who Dares Wins is her bag. Obviously. Yeah.
We need to convince Paul to make the Narcissus model that we all need.
Oh yeah.
That we were trying to find last week. Although it's not the most scintillating. Narcissus was so last week's stream was just that we went off and we found a character, something you could build a project around that no one knows anything about, basically.
Right. So I'm going to make some Velcro sounds in a minute.
And Narcissus was a Byzantine general who, along with Belisarius, did the reconquest of Italy against the Visigoths, and he led a force of like a coalition of essentially mercenaries. But whereas Belisarius is quite a heroic figure, almost Arthur, almost Arthur-like, Narcissus is essentially an accountant. Who just basically destroyed people through audits and management. And his I haven't got the picture anymore. I got rid of it, but you got the very famous mosaic of just the Emperor Justinian and Belisarius all looking very pure, and then in the background there's this worm tongue looking figure, which is him just standing in the background, because he was a eunuch. Everyone hated him, but he was a general, and he was basically given command of the army because he was good at maths. And that's how he beats people. He just deletes them from the battlefield through the use of logistics. There's nothing special about him. He's just been the most boring figure. He'd just be a guy standing there with a clipboard.
That would make an interesting figure, yeah.
Unofficial podcast mascot. One from Nathan. A 54mm HMS Victory to duel on. Yes, please. Yeah, that wouldn't take much, would it?
I was at the House of Lords a couple of weeks ago. A good friend who's written an amazing book, Matthew Taylor. He's written a book called The Black Redcoats, which would make for a great setting, which is about the Colonial Royal Marines, or which were the force built out of the escaped slaves in the Chesapeake Bay during the War of 1812.
Oh yeah.
So if you get hold of it, it's a great book, and it will make for some great scenarios as well. And he took me and some family members for a tour around the House of Commons and the House of Lords. And then in one bit, I think it's called the Royal Gallery, where you've got that picture from the Battle of Waterloo where Wellington's meeting Blucher. And on the other side is the Battle of Trafalgar. And they're massive paintings. So yeah, that would be pretty epic. The death of Nelson at Trafalgar was just immense painting.
Just to show this off in the chat. Look, yes, my Narcissus needs a proper Narcissus. Another person, yes, Narcissus. Hold on to the encounter. So we're going to end up with a figure with carrying a clipboard and abacus, and a Narcissus, and a Belarus figure, and a John the Armenian. See, it's got legs. I'm telling you. It's got legs.
That's a CrackCon figure then, surely.
Yeah.
We have to just make him look like Ken, though. He did actually. Someone did say, was it you, Dom?
Yeah.
You said it looked a bit like Ken.
Did look like it. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I deleted it out of my. Hang on, I'll find him. Hang on, I'm gonna hope that I did. I didn't delete my. I don't empty my recycle bin, much to Haley and my business partner's disgust. I found something like 14 gig in there the other day. Yes, I found him. Hang on. You guys chat. I'll find Narcissus again. I might have to leave him on my desktop.
Have we got news?
Oh yeah, I've got a bit of news. Yeah.
Right. Hold on to your hats, everyone.
It really is. Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is.
He looks like the lead singer out of Dexy's Midnight Runners.
It's just that whole. It's just the most. He is worm tongue. I'm telling you. It's just. He just look at it.
It's awesome.
Do you know what? I think you could tell him the world's funniest joke, and his expression wouldn't change.
Look at him a double chin on it. Give him a double chin on the mosaic.
Brilliant. That's brilliant.
There he is.
Honestly, he's honest.
But if you read, he's fascinating when you read about him. What he did and what he achieved. It's just that, that's unfortunately that's. Yeah, there we are.
I'm quite. Yeah, I think we should make him.
Excellent. Excellent. Sorry, I interrupted, Dom. You've got.
No, it's fine. I've got some news. Well, I mean, since we've got Mr. Hicks here, we might as well show off some of Empress's latest launch.
Ooh.
There we go.
Oh, very nice.
So the men are your men, I believe, Mr. Hicks.
Yeah, they're mine.
Yeah, SAS.
Really, really nice.
Fantastic figures. So I think there's 2 Jeeps and crews to go with them.
Yeah, they're the dismounted and mounted versions.
And they do look amazing.
I had the good fortune to talk to the Les Parachutistes, which are an SAS reenactment group, and they were telling me about the use of rubber-soled trainers that they used, plimp soles, I should say, and they used putties as well around their instead of gaiters. Also, they were quite fond of US Army shirts as well, so they could put because they had pockets, and they would put any sort of German paraphernalia they had as well. They would put on them. They weren't afraid of, because they were part of the commando order. They knew they would be executed if they were captured, so they would just wear German stuff as well because they just didn't care.
No,
they look fun. They look really, really nice.
So there you go. They're over at the moment on them. I think they're already up. Empress, certainly you'd better pick them up at some of their upcoming shows. So, well worth a tinkle over there. Who else did I get? Steel Fist. I've got some new Landsknecks. I know you like us Landsknecks, Steve.
I do. I'm fond of Landsknecht. Cod piece ahoy.
Although they're metal, so I don't know how you feel about that. But,
what, metal cod pieces? That sounds distinctly uncomfortable.
Yeah, they rub, they chafe a bit.
I was going to say, I can imagine they would chafe somewhat.
Yeah. But they're beautiful figures, really nice done. And also, I believe, some more 15 mils.
Oh,
so these are Scott's Covenanters.
Actually, that's the range. That's the range I like to go back to do it in. Is the Landsknecks for Steel Fist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those. Yeah, I enjoy doing those. Whoever does the 15 mils is superb.
Did you do the peasants, Paul? Because they're with the guy with the shoe on the standard.
Yeah, I did those, I did the Landsknecks for those Landsknecks. I did as well.
Yeah, no, the German peasants war ones are the ones I picked up just for. I was like, I'm going to mix these, and these are going to be my 15th century Wars of the Roses commoners, and just mix them throughout.
They were great fun because they haven't got
excellent stuff.
Fanciness.
They are beautiful figures. Also, talking about lovely figures, Antediluvian have some new for their Bruce's range. So these are. There's about 4 different packs for their. So they do it for the Bruce Wars in against Scotland. Really, really nice details on those.
They're nice.
Very good indeed. So.
I like that guy on the left.
Yeah, that's a cool pose. That
they do a lot of these that are really, really good animation. Well done.
Matthew Bickley's really good at adding, doing dynamic poses.
Yeah, very much so. I love this guy in the middle with a mallet as well. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's them, and also some books, because we all love a good book, don't we?
We do.
So Hellion are continuing with their amazing number of books coming out at the moment. So that is the Swedish Army of 1655 to 1690. A book all about that. So that's available now amongst all the many books they've got at the moment. There's also, this might be one for you, Steve. Asia at War series. Hannoi's proxies and Soviet intervention in Lagos, 1961 to 63. There you go. New period for you. Going to Lagos. Do that.
I don't need any new projects or periods. I get distracted.
You
so
do.
Much.
You know.
I do. I've got just shiny things. I used to
build helicopters and all sorts. It'd be lovely.
Don't mention helicopters. Don't mention helicopters.
And also this series of books, or two books, for the Franco-Prussian War, which looks very cool. So it's Siege of Paris. So again, if you're into that period, some really good detail and insight into that conflict. So yeah, amazing number of books coming out at the moment. Really, really good. What about you, Martin? What have you seen?
I've seen a couple of things. So there's a few people who like Blood and Plunder, and I'm not going to call it what they've called it. There's a let's call it a crew set. I'm not going to call it. But they've released these now. These are $99. So it's a mix of their plastics and some of their resin stuff. And I thought maybe we hadn't heard about these guys for a little while. I didn't know if it went a bit quiet or if stuff's been happening and we just haven't picked up on it. But yeah, they've released this on their website. So the starter set can be used to create like a whole pirate crew. And yeah, anyway, I thought that was worth mentioning. Frostgrave, Cultist Knights. I basically thought this had Stee written all over it.
Yeah.
So another one of their plastic sets, which I know a lot of people really enjoy because it's usable in lots of different games. Even like, using them for RPGs and things, and you get to make all sorts of evil-looking, nasty knights, which is cool. So it's just some examples here. I really like that guy in the middle. I really like that.
He's off to ruin someone's day, isn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't look very happy, does he? So it's those. I saw this news. This doesn't really affect me, but I thought some people this thing about Star Wars Shatterpoint getting essentially not cancelled, but been shifted to being like a specialist game, but for atomic mass games. So it's going to get very limited support now. Well, the reason I put it in the news, first of all, I know there's people in the group that play it. I know it is played at Boards and Swords. We always see it being played there. But apparently now they've got like over 100 figures. They've got loads of sets, loads of starters, loads of ways to play. And there isn't they've covered the prequels. They've done the good Star Wars, and then there's the recent stuff. I think they've just kind of said there isn't a great place to go. They're still going to support it with rules and maybe the odd figure release, but it's not going to be like a mainline game anymore. And I just feel like we were here, and when it was announced, this is all in the last few couple of years. So it was announced. We then sort of we flashed up like pictures of the train, and then we were umming and ahhing, and then sort of said no, and So anyway, I thought that might be of interest.
Anybody else think it's kind of ironic that a fantasy stroke sci-fi game runs out of things to cover?
But I suppose maybe it's partly to do with the licensing. I don't know. No. Maybe they can't do anything beyond the movies, because obviously Star Wars used to have a huge expanded universe, and people could pretty much do whatever. Maybe they're just limited to what they've got with the movies, or I don't know. Maybe because they're still supporting Star Wars Legion, the 28mm one. That's still going.
Yeah.
And you have Victrix have released their picks. So these are up for pre-order. So you've got the picked warriors. I think these are very cool. And then you've got Scots and picks, and then you've got the archers. These are cool as well. And then the other thing, which they went and did, they released 2 things for pillage. So that the first one was this, which was essentially like a free magazine, if you like, a little zine journal, completely free, which has the FAQ in it. It had a whole campaign for your essentially the origins of Scotland. So you fight as Constantine fighting through Northumbria and Alba, which I thought was cool. And then he's included like how to build how he scratch built his Motte and Bailey. I think it's like 40-50 pages. And it's just nice to see like a little online journal. So Guillaume, who wrote Pillage, he put this together. He has a day job, but he put this whole thing together and they released it for free. And then a couple of days later, they released that for free, which was the Fall of Rome, which they very kind, and that's free as well, which they kindly sent to me the night before. And I sort of had a read through and did a video because obviously if he has anything to do with King Arthur or anything like that, I'm up for it. So that. About it. It was just I didn't intend to do, there was no sort of they sent me, there wasn't any sort of question of doing a video. I read it, I was like, I like this. But again, he does all this on his own. Now, what's interesting about this document, he's opened this up as like a living, basically he's looking for feedback on it. There was no play tested or not much play testing done on the stuff in there, which doesn't bother me. I don't care about things being balanced, but I know some people care about that stuff. So it's open to feedback, and because it's digital, they can update it. And I guess if they ever do release it in print, but this one, if they said this had guest articles, and they said if it was successful, it was potentially something they would look at doing in print, or maybe releasing as little zines for a few quid. But they're available for free. They're both free. So that was cool. But that's what I saw. Other than that, we've been Dom and I have been collecting ideas for CrackCon games and Japanese, which is ace, which is going to be fun.
So keep them coming.
Just to expand on the space weirdos news. Now, I know there's a few weirdos in the chat. So James very kindly, Shiggers' Breeze very kindly sent me this before. So it's from the Discord. So they've signed a contract with Osprey for an entire Weirdos series. So in order of publication, there's going to be Space Weirdos 2nd edition, Squad Weirdos, and Sword Weirdos 2nd edition.
Right.
So Lucas is going to continue doing the art because so the Weirdo series got a very unique visual look. It's done by the same guy, Lucas, who does all the artwork for it. And these will be published in the smaller hardcover format, like Harefoot Jousting. But he's still working on zines though, and he's working tentatively on one at the moment called Wormlord, which is about fantasy aerial combat with dragons.
All right, I thought you were going to say Worms. I genuinely thought you were going to go with actual, the computer game Worms, fighting.
Despite my reaction before, I think it's a good idea. It'll get more people exposed to the Weirdo set of games. Long may it continue. I actually bought the fan compendium last week. Finally got around to doing that. It's loads of extra rules, equipment, ideas for campaigns. I also bought Sword Weirdos as well, which I've been meaning to pick up for a while. So yes, I think it's good times.
Do you think it'll upset some of the diehards? I mean, everything upset
diehard weirdos.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, for me, it's the quintessential indie game.
Well, that's what I mean. That's how it's known for, isn't it? It's you usually pick it up and do your own thing with it, and then
there's no law, there's no background. It's 16 pages. The rule book. It's all black and white. It's A5. Use what you want. You can the mechanics are such that you can add anything you want to it. You can take it to any setting. It's a fantastic rule set. But no, I'll be interested to see exactly where it goes because I know they did. So Casey Garsky's space game, which was it Void Fighters? So Osprey published that last year. I've never got around to playing that. I've just not had time. I was going to dig out my X-Wing ships and have a bit of a bimble with those. But no, it's going to be good. I think if you're a fan of the weird, which we all should be, it's exciting times for Space Weirdos. Like I said, I know I talk about it all the time, and I say it's one of the best games I've ever played. And it is. It truly is one of the best games I've ever played. It's just a really, really good game. So these figures that I'm doing at the moment for from this Kill Team thing, they're going to be for Space Weirdos. It's going to be really good.
I kind of feel like this is the king of weird.
Yeah. That's King Weird.
He's staying on my desktop now. I'm going to keep that. He's staying on my desktop.
Thomas also pointed out that Great Escapes.
Oh yes,
starter for the Dead Man's Hand 7th camp.
Yeah,
right. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. They'll. I assume that'll be like a little 2-week one, like they did for the plastics, the dismounted ones. So that'll be cool. I think they said the next ones they got are. I saw a comment that I think the next Kickstarter, which I think they said will be in the sort of around like the end of the summer or start of the autumn, will be Renegade Apaches.
Oh, cool.
That'll be cool.
They'll be cool.
Nice.
Nice. I agree with James here. Can't wait to see where the Weirdo series goes. Great success story for Mini to publish. Absolutely. Given the fact that it's Space Weirdos was written completely by himself, and published the way it was, very old school, very indie. To where it is now picked up by Osprey. So yeah, exciting times. Dawn, we may even get you involved. No.
No, if he's just gone and got the orcs, the Warhost orcs. He aren't gonna. He's got to paint those first, and then he's got to get. Yeah.
Also, if I do, somebody will snitch on me. That's for sure around here.
Yeah. I was in Newcastle. I didn't know what was going on. The Wi-Fi was crap. There was a delay. I didn't read things properly.
Go straight on to Martin and tell him.
There was a moment I did turn to Hayley and tell Hayley. I was like, "Guess what Dom's done?" She was shocked. Shocked and appalled. Actually, no, she wasn't. She looked at me with this absolute look of disdain because I'd woken her up to tell her.
Dear me. Right, let's have a look at what has been posted up in the Facebook group this week, shall we? As always, there's links below to the Facebook group. Answer the 3 questions. Please answer the 3 questions because we're getting quite a deluge again of people not answering questions. And for that, don't invite people. Ask them to join, because if you invite them, they don't answer. They don't get the option to answer questions, and then Dom wields his unending power, and they're gone. No. Their invite is just gone completely. So, yeah. If you want people to join the group, and we do want people to join the group, we're edging closer to 2,000 members of the Facebook group. Yeah. So yeah, just answer the 3 questions, and don't be a tin rattling digital designer because you're not getting in.
I genuinely thought you were about to say just don't be a tit.
Well, there is that as well. We should add that as a question.
Are you a tit? Actually, some of the people that try and answer the questions and get them so horrendously wrong, they probably still say yes at that point. Probably.
I've just realised. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, you haven't
that error? Them. Yeah. No, I have, but it didn't let me do it. Give me 2 seconds. I wonder what that. I thought they all uploaded. Right. So
it's probably that we've overused our capacity. That's often what happens.
So probably there's too much. It was because Paul's been so prolific. We had too many photos.
Question from Lynn here for you, Mr. Hicks. Any chance you'll be at Adepticon with some halflings?
No, I sadly won't be at Adepticon, but Badger Games have stock of the halflings. So if you go and see Emily and Josh at Badger Games, they should have them. Yeah, if in doubt, email them before and say that you want to pick them up, or go to Old Garde Games, which everyone should do if they're going to Adepticon, because it is possibly the best board gaming store, a tabletop gaming store that I've ever seen. And Ben, who owns Badger and Old Garde Games, is running a shuttle, or he did last year, from the Adepticon site to the store, and it's free as well, because he's like the most generous person I've ever met in my life. So yeah,
I'm definitely heading down there.
Yeah, definitely, sure. And it is vast as well.
Dom, your wallet's going to suffer, mate. Really.
I'm taking excess baggage, and I've got 3 suitcases. So that
take less underpants, and then more space.
Right, we have some photographs. I've got to run through these quickly. So, Andrew has been working on some Macedonian pike.
Hey. Ooh, I like the pikes.
Oh, God, that has got a trip to A&E written all over it, hasn't it?
That's cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's wounds aplenty. Right, weird shit alert for Dom. These are just fantastic. So Edward has been painting some Gene Stealer neophytes. Look at those.
Oh, they're good.
They're lovely, absolutely brilliant, cracking stuff. Who have we got next? We've got Narcissus up next, just because
he's just there. He's just in the group.
He's just in the group.
He's just there. Just need a little hand pop it. He is. He's definitely that guy.
So Dan's been painting a squig herd. Look at those.
Hey, I do like a squig. I'm always fond of a squig.
What's up for a squig?
They're fantastic. So much character. Oh, they're brilliant.
Brilliant stuff.
DJ has been painting the 81st Indiana Volunteers.
Oh, nice. I do like a nice W unit.
Yeah, that's cracking. Really, really nice.
Is that acceptable colour, Don? I'm just checking.
Are those Riddell figures?
I think he said the Old Glory.
Nice,
really nice, and yeah, we'll do some research on whether that's the correct shade of blue.
Very nice.
Just to make sure everyone's happy. Bit of a trip down memory lane now. It's 1993, and Jonathan has been playing some epic Space Marine.
Oh wow!
Look at those buildings.
That brings back memories. That brings back a lot of memories.
Order tokens, and oh my God, just so much awesome on display.
Unfortunately for you, Dom, those are the perfect blues. So he succeeded where you failed.
Consider yourself.
Why did I know that was the case?
Well and truly taught. Now with all this,
I'm going to Adepticon when I'm going to see Don, and I'm going to only wear blue, but it's going to be every kind of blue I can find. What about this one? What about that one?
I agree with this. Sorry, we don't need a red card anymore. We're just going to flash up the angry picture of Narcissus. Narcissus he now takes the place of the red card.
It wouldn't be red though. It'd be like faded, boring red, wouldn't it?
It would be post-it notes. It'd just be like a post-it.
all this chat of Space Weirdos. I saw this in the group, and this has got Space Weirdos written all over this. This is Martin. Look at that!
Oh wow!
Spacefarer Warzum for Space Weirdos and other associated weird science fiction games. That is so old school. It's just fantastic, brilliant. That's the scariest looking gun I think I've ever seen. Speaking of the man, Josh has painted Narcissus.
Do you know, amazing. Excellent. I wonder if everybody, like the Google searches on this guy, have suddenly just, well, I say God, it's probably like 10 people from the group.
Yeah, it's gone from 1, which was you, to 10 people, which is the people here.
Are you joking? Yeah. Some blur to be posting on LinkedIn about how he's the greatest type of management in the world.
True.
Method.
Sire G has been painting some monks for his chapel.
Oh wow,
Very cool.
they're
Wow.
lovely.
They're
Yeah.
lovely.
Ah, good cloth.
Smooth.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is a very, very nice shade of sort of beigey white. Now these, Mark says he's had a bit of painting block recently. Yeah. So he only managed to paint these. I mean, for God's sake, come on.
I mean, keep up. Come on, slacker.
Wow.
So these are some Austrians.
Whiz.
So crisp. Absolutely brilliant.
Wow.
No, they're lovely. So Steve from 1908 basement. Or basement.
Oh
1908.
God, here we go.
All right.
He's been playing with a few toy soldiers again. So he's currently doing an 1813 What If campaign.
Yeah.
And this is the shot from one of his games. Yeah.
Oh, that's such a cool shot.
I mean,
Utter
he could
insanity.
make an effort, couldn't he? Really. I mean, really.
Keep them coming, Steve. They never cease to impress me. Just how much you can get on a tabletop. Like I said, your table's bigger than where I live. So yeah, I suppose you need the toy soldiers to fill it. And last but not least, Warren has been playing Armada. Some funky shit.
Oh, they're cool.
They're really nice. Check out Warren's post in the Facebook group. There's more pictures of his game, but I like these because they're just so fantasy naval looking. They're really cool. Really nice. So there we go. That is what everyone's posted up. Well, not what everyone's posted. It was a very active group. I'm amazed at how many people, how many daily posts we get in the group.
I know.
It's like you see, you get recommended a group and it says like 3 or 4 posts a day. I'm like, we get 3 or 4 posts an hour. Never mind a day.
Wow.
But yeah, link down below to the Facebook group. Answer Dom's questions 3 and be admitted entrance, because we always like to see what you've been working on and what games you've been playing and how many people have searched Narcissus in using Google. Because it's always interesting. Were you?
Yeah. But that face just looks like it needs to be sculpted.
Love it.
It just needs to be done. It needs to be done justice. It would be actually really cool to see him on the tabletop. Would he be on the tabletop or would he be sat in an office?
Yeah.
He'd be, like I said, I think he'd be on a command base, but he'd just be on his own with no mates. He'd be like,
He'd be on his own there with a desk and an abacus.
yeah.
Right. Well, we're officially into overtime. I know we started a bit late, but there we go. Thanks so much, Paul, for joining us again.
Yes,
Thank you
so much.
mate. It's always a pleasure.
Really interesting.
Thank you for coming on.
I'm going to be monitoring the On Guard group because, it just looks
please do.
So good. Where are we next week, chaps?
Yes. No, it's me.
Oh,
It's you. Sorry, it is you. Yes.
No, it's me. It's me. It's me next week. Wherever and we're just doing a hobby. We're just hanging out next week.
Cool. Just to hang out.
We're doing that, and then the week after we're having the argument with Dom's stupid topic, which is going to get everyone arguing about who is the perfect opponent. So yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Definitely not Narcissus. He's not an opponent you really want.
No, because he won. This is the thing.
He won everything. He sounds like a bit of a gnarly git. Right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Again, thanks a lot to Paul for joining us. Have a great week. You. Enjoy your hobby, and we'll catch you all next week on Mark's channel. Take care, and we'll see you soon.
Bye. Bye.
Good week. Bye.
Oh, you're still going.